This picture right here is 2011, I believe. And then this, and that's an aerial photograph driving on a plane. This one is 2014. A few more years have gone by, so we're going to go down to this area right here with a lot of our pictures. You guys decide which photograph you like better. I like the 2011 picture better because it's more clear than the 2014. I'll have to fly out again in the spring sometime to take me pictures. But anyways, what causes a natural plant community to regenerate and persist? And these questions we got to keep in our minds all the time, because if we're going to have a production technology, any kind of agricultural or natural resources production technology, it's in our best interest to have it regenerate, to reproduce itself, and to expand and to persist. And how can we use that knowledge to guide our management decisions? Populations of plants and animals depend on or are conditioned by the physical factors of the site, soil types, elevation, moisture regime, latitude, disturbance type, animal communities, all affect the plants that actually can survive there. They all are recruited from a bank of propagules. They came from seeds from somewhere else, or from root pieces or from somewhere else, or from budwood. Some other place supplied the propagules to colonize that site. Then those plants grow, and they require space, light, nutrients, moisture. Some of the organisms on that site won't be able to survive there, and they won't grow to a reproductive age, and they'll disappear. Some individuals will persist for years in the understory because the conditions just aren't right for them to go take over the canopy layer. And this obviously right here is a closed canopy forest. It may even be an open canopy savanna type phase, and still there are species just waiting in the understory, waiting for the right conditions to be able to pop up to the overstory. And this is going to relate to producing holiday greens, believe it or not. Other individuals reach the overstory first, and then they thrive. Look at how close together all these little trees were planted. I know as a fact that these trees were all about 3 to 6 inches apart. They were planted by direct seed, so acorns and walnuts were put in there. Why did that one red oak just grow like crazy? The short answer is, who cares? What we know is we've got that tree there. If we had only planted one tree in that spot instead of 15 acorns, we would not have had the genetic variability to give us that particular one right there that had whatever growth characteristics it was, whatever site requirements it was that thing had, and then whatever predisposition for it to just really, really thrive on that site. Eventually, woody plants on a site will crowd one another out. Even herbaceous plants will do this. Grasses and broadleaves, they'll crowd each other out, and then some will fail to thrive in those circumstances, and then they'll begin to die. And this is the stem exclusion phase, and this is all part of a system's regeneration. Somebody's answering a phone. And regeneration includes reproduction by seed or vegetative means, dispersal of the propagules, germination of those propagules, and then stand establishment. Mute yourself, Mark. If a plant and animal community cannot reproduce itself and persist in the environment, by definition, it's not regenerative. The forestry science started 300-400 years ago. They started using the term regeneration, meaning the ability of a plant community to continue to persist in time and expand. The natural resources community has taken it up, the ecological community, biology, etc. So regenerative means the ability for a system to continue as it is with natural forces only, to propagate itself, persist, reproduce, and move on.